If Imola had been splendid, Zolder in Belgium was to be a race of frustration, politics and tragedy. Frustration over rules, arguments about who was cheating. The tragedy started on Friday in Zolder's narrow pit lane. Carlos Reutemann quite blamelessly hit an Ozella mechanic, Giovanni Amadeo, when he stumbled off the narrow signalling edge. Caught between Reutemann's wheels, he fractured his skull and was to die the Monday after the race. His fellow mechanics demonstrated, and a number of drivers who shared their mechanics' concern joined them. While all this is going on, the cars, untended, sit on the grid. Who is in charge? What's going on? No one knows. Television is waiting, so is the race. Finally, the drivers walk back to their cars. And Piquet goes off alone. The grid reforms, but hardly in good order. Reutemann waves his arms. Due to the long wait, his engine is overheating. Piquet threads his way between the cars. And now it's Patrese, his engine stalled, who is signalling for help. On the left, his mechanic, Dave Luckett, comes to the rescue. The race starts anyway. Luckett has no business there, nor do the race organisers to allow the race to start. Panic has set in, and disaster. Jones gets by Patrese. Cheever follows. Mansell squeezes past the hapless Luckett. But from the back, Storr, unsighted, comes through. He brakes, but he has no hope. Watched by the spectators and millions of television viewers all over the world, Storr's arrows hits the back of his teammate's car. And Luckett lies sprawled on the track. You can see Storr leap from the car. You can see his anguish. Before he's led away. Piquet goes through as the ambulance arrives. And in the confusion, as everyone stops, Piquet gets in an extra lap. A restart is scheduled for 40 minutes later. More frustration, more delay. When the race finally started again, Reutemann quickly lost his pole advantage to Pironi. Pironi, Piquet and Jones have taken up the lead, until Jones nudges off Piquet. Only to have his own gears jump out, so that he ploughs into the barriers, from which he emerges with a badly burned thigh. With his main rivals gone, who should appear in the lead but Carlos Reutemann? Position he held to the end. And as the rain started to fall, although it wasn't that wet, the organisers were happy it was all over. Reutemann looked wet and miserable. In the circumstances, the podium was no place for celebration. with Reutemann firmly leading the table. The stage was...